What's up? What's going on? What's happening? What's the cook? What's the juice? What's the cut? What's the chase? What's all that good stuff? Yeah. So yeah, y'all, I'm a little bit higher today. Not high, not but just a little bit higher today. Can't really get my thing situated, but I want to come at y'all today and just do a little something, just a little, give y'all a little, little something, little something. You feel me? I was thinking I was going down the road, y'all. I was just thinking. I was thinking to myself, I said, dang, man, these kids these days, man, really they don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it like how we got it. A lot of these kids these days, man, they ain't got no direction. You feel me? They ain't got no, what's the word I'm looking for? They ain't got it. You dig? They ain't got it. But, I was thinking, I said, you know what? People will tell kids things and don't think about the effect of what it does to their kids. You know what I'm saying? We on the porch, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, you came up here on my porch, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't think we were going to talk about it, but when you came up on this porch, you found out that we was going to really talk about it. Yeah, see, I know what. But, no, for real, though. Like, kids don't feel like they got the what not to do things. Like, you might got a kid that's trying to do what they can do and, having a hard time doing because you got to realize these kids go out here and face peer pressures, friends, family, school, teachers, expectations. They face all that stuff. The ones that don't face it, they just kind of float. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of float. And that's when that's why we got so many of the kids that growing up and they like, it's a handout mentality. Like, it's supposed to be given to them. You know what I'm saying? No, it don't get like that. But at the same time, we tell them, some people tell them, you can have whatever you want to have in life. You got to go get it. And I think the understanding of what is being said is not being translated right. I had a while back, somebody told me, you ain't never gonna have such and such. Right? This is like kind of recent. You ain't never gonna have such and such. You ain't gonna be able to do this because of this. Don't instill those things into people because of the simple fact that later down the line, that stuff actually sits in people. Then, they get older and now they need to talk to somebody because they out here robbing, killing, stealing, fighting, you know what I'm saying? Just doing whatever they want to do. Like it ain't no consequences to it. So, if y'all got kids right now, and y'all looking at this, don't ever tell your kid that they can't do something. Don't tell them that they can't do nothing. I'm gonna come find you. But seriously, don't ever tell them that they can't do nothing. Just because you might not have had that opportunity, or you might not have had that avenue, don't mean that you got to stop your kid from having that avenue. If your kid want to be an astronaut, tell your kid they gonna be the best astronaut that they ever was. Tell them about Neil Armstrong. Y'all might just say that space ain't real and all this stuff there, but don't take them kids' dream. Don't take them kids' dream. Give them kids something to, You know what I'm saying? And it's harder too because some people don't live in progressive backgrounds. Section 8s, you feel me? Project in my project. But anyway, stuff like that. Just I ain't trying to bash people and stuff like that. I mean, if you can't help it, you just can't help it. But if you don't want to, then want to. It's two different things here. You know. Tell your kids empowering stuff. Don't put a seed inside of them that telling them that they can't do nothing. You know. Just because my skin might be different than somebody else's skin don't mean that I can't do the same thing that they can do. Or the same thing that they got the opportunity to do. You can do the same thing. If you brown, black, white, green, orange, purple, blue black, pale white, brown, whatever the color, pink, whatever color, peach, whatever color, it don't even matter. Whatever color, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Now, if you talking about that, all you want to do is rob banks and play with guns and shit like stuff like that, your future already made. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going, officer, you're going to jail. But in all seriousness, if you don't go to jail, if kids don't go to jail, kids gonna go to hell. Yeah, just simply plain as that. We don't got no old folks around now that's telling us that like we did back in the day, back in the 90s. Man, I wish you would. I wish you would. Miss Sadie right down here down the road. Oh, Miss Sadie gonna get you. Yeah. Miss Pauline right over here, sitting on her porch. She gonna get you. That's why we sit on the front porch. Cause the grandmamas can't sit on the front porch no more. We'll sit on the front porch. I sit right here on the front porch, fold my arms, and hey, boy, come here. What that was you was saying out there in that road? Now go tell your mama I gave you a whip and tell her why I gave you a whip. Then if she come down there starting problem with me, I got a whole problem. Got to deal with this whole. But that was the thing. That was the thing. Back then, people do that. The grandmamas could do that and not have to worry about they did a good thing. Now you got, well, don't touch my kids. Don't touch my kids. I wish somebody would touch my kid. I wish somebody would touch my child. Blah, blah, blah. Snap. So you need your ass whooped. What the fuck? You need your ass whooped. Grandmama style. Yeah. That's why we ain't growing up together. That's why cousins don't know cousins. Nieces and nephews and uncles and aunties and relatives don't know each other. Because of that, oh, you ain't finna grow up with my child. You ain't finna do this right here. You ain't finna this here. You ain't finna your ass down somewhere. Now that shit, they ain't doing nothing for nobody. Instead of trying to be a hot girl out there in the streets, be a hot mom in there with your child. Now, I ain't talking about, I don't know, that shit might not even came out right. That might not even have came out right. Be a good mom in there to you. I think I just missed that off there. But I mean, I'm saying that to say, sit there and teach them something. Teach them the ABC. Teach them the 1, 2, 3s. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to read. Teach them I ain't saying just teach them how to manage a checkbook or nothing like that. I mean, hell, probably half of the moms that became moms after 2010 probably don't even know how to manage a checkbook. You feel me? Because we got debit cards automatically. It's already in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was no use for it. Well, I ain't gonna say it ain't no use for it. You still need to know how to do it, but that's the thing. The world getting more complex. The world is changing, and you shouldn't have to stay back there in 1889. You shouldn't have to stay back there. You shouldn't need to stay back there. So get out that mindset of, man, this right here can go all kind of ways. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there like, oh, I'm like, these white folks, they ain't finna hire me, or I'm white, I can do whatever I want to do. That's only for the privileged people. The only people that got privileges like that. Those are what you call limiting words. You limited yourself just because of your skin color, or just because of your minority, or majority, or just because of your class, or just because of whatever the case may be. All of us were made in this world as human. All of us, everybody. We just differently made in our own, and the skin is the only thing that we are made different, but we still got the same brains, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, muscle system, whole human setup. Some might be a little defective, but we all come in this world the same way, made the same, created the same. It's just we got some slight differences. So instead of using those differences as, the I don't want to say crutch, but using those differences as your advantage point, use them differences as a result to let others know that even though you are different, it doesn't make you different in God's eyes. However, you are specially made, and you do contain a gift, and that gift will be your purpose, and your purpose will fulfill what God has for you. I couldn't have said that much more better. When you come on the front porch, you're gonna get some of everything. You feel me? Don't be like neighbor down the road down there, just walking around. Oh yeah. I'll do this. Kids, just say no. Just say no to mother freaking drugs. Flipping drugs. Just say no. But beyond that, always, every day, if you can, or if you don't know how, type how in the comments or whatever the case may be. If you don't know how, you can get all kind of examples on how to speak something positive into your child. If your child is 3, 4, 5, 6 to 12 years old, that's when they're gonna need some positive reinforcement at the most. If you sitting up here with a different dude every night coming in the house, and the baby's just walking around in the house and seeing this shit, what you think that baby gonna grow up and do? That baby probably gonna grow up and be a pimp. I ain't saying that it's not productive, but the baby might grow up and be a pimp. Do you want that for your baby? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but the world don't need it. The world needs something that's gonna help it move forward. Now, we do have to look at too that some children just ain't gonna make it. So, I ain't saying that they just ain't gonna live, or they ain't gonna. I'm talking about they just ain't. Some children ain't gonna make it to that place. They ain't gonna make. They not gonna make it to the positive, to the infrastructure. But in their own world, it's gonna be positive. You take our ghetto children, our hood children. They grow up seeing such and such a slang and crack, or such and such a slang and dope, or the bootleg, or whatever the case may be. They see that, get what? They're gonna imitate that. They're gonna imitate it. They're gonna imitate it. They're gonna do or find interest in whatever they see going on. Be careful what you let your child see. I ain't saying that you got to stop doing what you're doing, but be aware of what you're doing. Let your child see you doing. You know what I'm saying? Speak the good shit. Speak that good talk to your child. You beautiful. You blessed. You a gift from God. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. You are amazing. You are wonderful. All that good stuff. Speak that to them. Speak that to them. Then when you go tuck them in, then go out there and hope. Or whatever you want to do, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But at least you done spoke something positive in your child. You made your decision. You grown. You grown. Baby, you grown. Baby, you grown. Go out there and speak something positive. Do something positive. Now, if you turn your life around and you start doing something better and, you see what you're doing is affecting your child, or, you see that it's going to be some kind of something happening, you seen the light. I'm proud of you. You're going to do great things. You're going to be wonderful, awesome, amazing person. You're going to go far in life. See how that make you feel? If you had people that speak that to you, if you speak that into your kids, guess what? That's what's going to help more good growth. Now, they still got to go out and face their peers. But guess what? You gonna put that little seed of hope in them. Just because they go out there and get bullied by some of the children down the road, don't mean that now when they grow up, they're going to be bullies. They're going to use that for their growth. Then when they get older, you never know. They might be a CEO or a president of some major company. Or whatever the case may be, what may have you. And they might do a speech. And they might just out of nowhere just say, I was the kid that when I came out, just because I wore glasses, I got picked on. I got jumped. I got bullied. But the next part is what would be so beautiful is that they might just say, but my mama or my daddy or my parents spoke good stuff into me, into my life. It came from the struggle. They spoke good into my life. And here I am today. That's what you want to see. Just because you ain't got it, don't mean your kids ain't got to have it. Just because you feel like it's not available to you, don't mean that it shouldn't be available to your child. They're men and women. This ain't just women. Look, I'm talking to both y'all. Yeah. So if y'all gonna get it together, get it together. If you ain't, you go that way, you go that way. Hey, y'all just agree to do this. That's it. That's all you got to do. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. And you'll notice that and you'll learn that in the time to come, in the years to come. You'll learn that. You'll figure that out. So, hey, that's just Uncle JP talking to y'all. Telling y'all what's what. Giving y'all the real. Right here on the front porch. The real. You dig? You heard me? You got me? Yeah, I ain't quite Martin Lawrence, but I mean, hey, see you when we see you. So, next time you look at your child, think of something positive to tell your child. Anything. Anything. It might be hard for you to do that because you might not have had a lot of positive things in your life. So you just product of your environment. But if you watching this, you see this, hear this, you receiving this, it's really hitting home, try it out. It's Uncle JP. Holla at y'all.